Top 10 Cartoons Watched in USA. Number 10. South Park. South Park is the comedy animated-style TV show that is premiered in the U.S. Four main characters are Stan Marsh, Kyle Broflovsky, Eric Cartman and Kenny McCormick that lived in South Park goes to various journeys. 22 seasons have been aired on TV and viral on the internet. 23rd season is publishing and continuing so on. Stan Marsh is the main character of the animation series South Park, voiced by Trey Parker. Kyle Broflovsky is another main character, voiced by Matt Stone, also the co-creator of animated series. Eric Cartman referred to its surname Eric and voices by Parker. The fourth main character is Kenny McCormick, also named Kenny, most influenced by his speed, voiced by Matt Stone. Number 9. Lego Pearl Krabs is a character in the SpongeBob SquarePants cartoon series, voiced by actress Lori Allen. Sheldon J. Plankton and Karen R.L. characters in the animated TV series SpongeBob SquarePants, voiced by Mr. Lawrence and Jill Talley respectively. Almost a group of 50 people were combined, then they produce a single episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. Sandy, Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob, Squidward, Gary, Patrick, and Mrs. Puff are the other characters of this animated TV series. A theme song for SpongeBob SquarePants cartoons composed by Mark Harrison and Blaze Smith. 12 seasons of SpongeBob SquarePants cartoons have been published. Number 7. Batman, the animated series. The Batman animated TV series was produced by Warner Bros. Animation. It contains a total of 85 episodes. The comic-based animated video series in which Batman characterized as a superhero. The most creative and professional comic-based animation after The Simpsons. Bruce Wayne acting role as a Batman, his parents murdered on the street crime, who was a billionaire. Dick Grayson, the circus performer, acting as Robin and become the sideman of Batman. Barbara Gordon acts as Batgirl very thrillingly. Tim Drake also learns martial arts from the Robin and became the other sideman of Batman. The Joker is the greatest enemy of Batman and causes street crime in the city. The other characters are Me, Freeze, Poison Ivy, and more others. Number 6. Tom and Jerry. The oldest animated media company produces a variety of short clips to entertain the people as well as children. This series has two main characters, Tom the cat and Jerry a mouse. They hate each other and the worst enemy of each other. Sometimes, Nibbles also appears with Tom as the nephew of Tom. The concept of Tom and Jerry came from the behavior of 19th century London. Fiercely, these cartoons were produced by MGM, later it sold out to WTBS, Ted Turner. Due to its popularity, it appears on other media such as comic books, comic strip, video games and musical adaptation, etc. Number 5. Scooby-Doo. Hanna-Barbera Productions is the company behind producing Scooby-Doo cartoons. The story of Scooby-Doo is very mysterious. They found clues and brought the true face of the costumed person. Scooby-Doo. Don Messick was the original voice of Scooby-Doo. It is a dog who can speak. Norville Shaggy Rogers. Casey Kasem was the original voice of Shaggy, considered as the owner of Scooby-Doo. Other characters are Scrappy-Doo, Velma Dinkley, Daphne Blake, and Fred Jones. Comics and merchandising take place later. It starts creating content from 1969 to now. Number 4. Peanuts. Peanuts, the comic strips that were later illustrated by Charles. It has a large number of strips, about 17,900 strips produced. In the 1950s, they started just by adding some strips in the newspaper. Its main characters are Charlie Brown, a young man, and Snoopy, a dog. Linus and Lucy are brother and sister to each other. Peppermint Patty and Marcy both are girls and best friends also. Some supporting characters include Sally Brown, Woodstock, Schroeder and more. Published a lot of books in this sector. Number 3. Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies Parade. Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies Parade is produced by Warner Brothers. A total of 270 clips were released during the 1920s era. This cartoon series has started their journey from Bosco, the talking kid. Then, later many others were published. Some of them are Sinkin' in a Bathtub, Congo Jazz, The Booze Hangs High and many others. The last one, The Curious Puppy, that was published in 1939. Number 2. The Flintstones. The Flintstones animated series produced by Hanna-Barbera Productions. This series based on romantic stories and impressions. It became the top level for 3 decades after The Simpsons. Fred Flintstone is the main character of this series, who was a crane operator. Wilma Flintstone was the wife of Fred. She has a habit of spending money. Pebbles Flintstone was Fred's daughter. Other characters were the Rubbles, Mr. George Slate, Arnold and others. Number 1. The Simpsons. The Simpsons are cartoon-type series that is producing by Fox Broadcast Company. The Simpsons family consisting of 5 members such as Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie. The Simpsons have a vast number of primary and secondary characters. But some are basic. Homer is the safety inspector at nuclear power plant. The basic purpose of this series is comedy and sitcom. Also producing special Halloween episodes. The Simpsons have been awarded honoring star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Some other media include film, music, comic books, video games, etc.